February 2024. A mother in labor arrives at a hospital. The baby is in distress, but the nurses can't access her medical history. The monitors won't connect. The pharmacy system is frozen. Somewhere overseas, a hacker is demanding $2 million, and this baby cannot wait. That scenario isn't fiction. It happened. And it's happening right now, somewhere in the world as you watch this. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how ransomware works, step by step, and why hospitals have become the favorite target of the world's most ruthless cybercriminals. By the end, you'll understand why these attacks keep succeeding and what you can do to protect yourself. Let's start with the basics. Ransomware is a type of malicious software that does exactly what it sounds like. It holds your files for ransom. Here's how it works in plain English. First, the ransomware gets onto a computer. We'll talk about how in a minute. Once it's there, it starts encrypting files. Encryption is like putting each file into a locked box that only a specific key can open. Your photos, documents, databases, everything locked. The encryption happens fast, sometimes spreading across an entire network in minutes. And modern ransomware is smart. It looks for the most valuable files first: databases, backups, financial records. Once everything is locked, you see the ransom note. It's usually pretty straightforward. Pay us this amount in cryptocurrency, usually Bitcoin, and we'll give you the key to unlock your files. Don't pay, and your data is gone forever. But here's what makes 2026-era ransomware even nastier. Attackers now do what's called double extortion. They don't just encrypt your files, they steal copies first. So even if you have backups and refuse to pay, they threaten to release your sensitive data publicly. For hospitals, that means patient records, medical histories, social security numbers, all posted online for anyone to see. So how does ransomware actually get into a hospital's network? The answer might surprise you because it's almost embarrassingly simple. About 91% of ransomware attacks start with a phishing email. That's it. Someone clicks a link they shouldn't have clicked. Picture a tired nurse at 3 a.m. getting an email that looks like it's from the hospital's IT department. The subject line says urgent password reset required. She clicks the link, enters her credentials, and just like that, attackers have a foothold. Other times, it's an email attachment, a fake invoice, a shipping notification, a resume from a supposed job applicant. The file looks harmless, maybe a PDF or Word document. But hidden inside is malicious code that executes the moment you open it. There's also something called remote desktop protocol attacks. Many hospitals use RDP to let staff access systems remotely. If that connection isn't properly secured, attackers can essentially brute force their way in by trying thousands of password combinations. Once they're inside, attackers don't immediately deploy the ransomware. They're patient. They spend days or weeks quietly exploring the network, finding the most critical systems, locating backups and disabling them, and maximizing the damage they can cause. When they finally pull the trigger, it's devastating. Now here's the real question: why hospitals? There are thousands of businesses attackers could target. Why do they keep going after healthcare? First, it's about urgency. Hospitals can't just shut down for a week while they figure things out. People will die. In 2025, 46% of hospitals reported being hit by ransomware, and the average system downtime was 22 days. 22 days where doctors can't access patient histories, where surgeries get delayed, where ambulances get diverted to other facilities. That urgency means hospitals are more likely to pay, and pay fast. Second, hospital IT infrastructure is often a mess. I don't say that to insult healthcare workers. They're doing incredible work with limited resources. But many hospitals run on systems that are decades old. They have medical devices that can't be updated because it would void the warranty or require FDA recertification. They have thousands of endpoints, computers, monitors, pumps, scanners, all connected to the same network. It's an attacker's playground. Third, the data is incredibly valuable. Your medical records contain everything. Your social security number, your address, your insurance information, your entire health history. On the dark web, a single medical record can sell for 50 times more than a credit card number. And finally, there's the double extortion leverage we talked about. Hospitals have legal obligations to protect patient data. The threat of having thousands of sensitive medical records leaked publicly is terrifying for administrators. They're caught between paying criminals and facing massive regulatory fines plus lawsuits. Let me tell you about some attacks that show just how serious this is. In late 2023, a single ransomware attack hit Ardent Health Services and affected 140 hospitals across multiple states simultaneously. Emergency rooms had to divert patients. Surgeries were postponed. Nurses went back to paper charts for weeks. The financial impact was estimated at over $100 million when you factor in recovery costs, lost revenue, and legal fees. Then there's the Change Healthcare attack in 2024, which hit United Health Group. This one didn't attack hospitals directly. It went after the payment processing system that hospitals depend on. Suddenly, healthcare providers across America couldn't process insurance claims. Small practices couldn't get paid. Pharmacies couldn't verify coverage. The company reportedly paid a $22 million ransom, and the total cost of the breach response exceeded $100 million. But here's what really keeps healthcare security experts up at night: patient safety. A 2023 study found that hospitals experiencing ransomware attacks saw mortality rates increase during the incident. People died who might have lived if systems were working. When a cyber attack can kill people, it's not just a business problem. It's a public health crisis. Okay, so what can you actually do about this? Let me give you concrete steps that apply whether you work in healthcare or you're just someone who wants to protect your own data. First, for everyone, enable multi-factor authentication on every account you can, especially email and healthcare portals. Go to your email settings right now and turn on two-factor authentication. Use an authenticator app like Microsoft Authenticator or Google Authenticator, not SMS codes. Second, learn to spot phishing. Before clicking any link in an email, hover over it and look at the actual URL. If it doesn't match who supposedly sent it, don't click. When in doubt, go directly to the website by typing it yourself. Third, back up your important files using the 3-2-1 rule. 3 copies on 2 different types of media, with one stored offline or off-site. Use an external hard drive that you disconnect after backing up. That way, ransomware can't encrypt your backup. Fourth, if you work in healthcare specifically, push for network segmentation. Medical devices should not be on the same network as the email server. Different systems need different security zones. Fifth, keep software updated. Yes, it's annoying. Do it anyway. Most ransomware exploits known vulnerabilities that patches have already fixed. Finally, know your organization's incident response plan before an attack happens. Who do you call? What do you do? If you don't know the answers, ask your IT department today. Here's what I want you to remember. Ransomware succeeds because it exploits urgency, outdated systems, and human nature. Hospitals aren't getting hit because their staff is careless. They're getting hit because they're running critical infrastructure with limited budgets, while attackers have unlimited patience. If this video helped you understand the threat, hit that subscribe button. I break down cybersecurity stories like this every week, explaining what's actually happening without the technical jargon. And I'm curious, have you or someone you know ever been affected by a hospital cyber attack? Drop your story in the comments. Next week, I'm covering how attackers are using AI to create phishing emails that are almost impossible to detect, and the one trick that still gives them away.